In Torah Lamed Dalet, we got to the climax, and it's very appropriate with this time of year, with the Tishrei, of the Bein Mitzrayim and the special Yomim, 9 days with Tisha B'Av coming up, and we're at a point where all we have really to focus on is the Nekudah, is the Panemius, because that's the place, the Mokum of the Mikdash, the Kodesh Kadoshim, where every Yid has within him a special holy place, and Rebbe Nachman's teaching us how to awaken that part. That's where we got to. Now, interestingly, the next Torah Lamed Hey, and I do always feel there's definitely a flow with the Torahs. I don't think they're randomly put where they're put, and the numbers and everything else. Everything's with divine providence, especially when you're dealing with Sifrei Tzadikim of the level of Rebbe Nachman and Rebbe Nosson, who was compiling all this. So the next Torah goes into this concept. Once we've mentioned about this Nekudah, he starts off with a famous pasuk which we should be preparing for right now. Now, I found everything's very Lefia Zman. I was just learning in the previous shir about at our office about the importance of learning Hilkas Elul. So it's a bit early, people might say, but Rosh Tevis Av is Rosh Tevis Elul Bo. Really, the whole point of Av is to not just have holiday and do whatever. It's actually to prepare for the Chodesh of Elul, which has tremendous opportunity for us to do tshuva. So comes this pasuk and continues in that vein. Ashrei am yedei truas Hashem ba'or panecha yahaleichem. We say this all the time in the davening, especially on Rosh Hashanah itself. We say Ashrei am, those who know, the nation that know the truas Hashem. Yeah, the trumpet of Hashem. Yeah, you're exactly where we need to be. So fortunate is a nation that knows the trua. What's the trua? The shofar's blast. In the light of your face we shall walk. Yeah, in the light of your countenance. We've had this word panav. This concept of this yashad. We had this in the previous Torah, that the idea that Hashem is shining His countenance towards us when we're focusing on this Nekudah, this panemius. One of the beautiful concepts of the shofar is the blast comes out from a Nekudah, from a small opening where you put your mouth to, and then you blow through the mouth. The chochmas, we mentioned they have to use the mouth of wisdom, like the tzaddik does, and that's the place which is, to blow a shofar you have to have chochma, to blow it properly, to really understand what the shofar is. It's hamtachas adinim. It comes together with the tzaddik. That's one of the inyanim we know about Rebbe Nachman. The Rosh Hashanah was his day, the great tikkun. So the fortunate is a nation that knows it's not just the superficial shofar blowing, it's that knows the shofar blowing, knows what it is, what it does, what it affects. In the light of your countenance you shall walk. So we're going in the ways of Hashem. Hashem shining to us light in this time of darkness right now. We're in 9 days, and giving us that inspiration to get ready for these holy days that are coming up. Says Rebbe Nachman, know that tshuva is to return into a place that not a misham, wasn't nital misham. He says it was taken from. He has to return the thing from where it was taken from. Natal means to take. Natilas lula, from the place it was taken from. It's to return. V'hu b'chinas zarka hamuva b'zor kodesh. It's this concept in the Zohar that there's going to be the zarka. What would you think zarka means? Especially if we're learning breath of Torah. Sounds like a scream or something, Zach muva b'zor kodesh. The Durikas Asa din Tilas mitaman. So the Zohar, what does it translate? It says it was a zark thrown back to the place from which it was taken. So it's a certain
thrown back.
Yeah, thrown back. Zrak means to throw. So this is thrown back from the place it was taken. Manhu asahu chochma. And what's that place? Where's that place? That is chochma, which completely fits with the whole Torah we had before, where the chochma is connected to the mouth, and it's awakening the nekudah in the heart. The tzaddik's awakening the people. It's completely connected to what we've been learning. And this concept is of chochma, ki chochma hi shoresh kol hadavarim. Chochma is the root of everything. You want to understand something, you want to fix something, we just had BORUCH. You want to fix something, you have to do it with chochma. Chochma gives you the power to fix something. Because the truth is everything was made with chochma. Everything was made with Chochma. So once we get to the shorish of everything, the root of everything is Chochma. Remember, this fits into the first Torah we learn tomorrow, how you connect everything to Chayin, Chochma to Malchus. It's the first Torah. I started this whole Seder with my Chavrusa. I think he's just got back there as well, Baruch Hashem. And hopefully we'll be back learning. Hopefully, I hope, sooner than later. So the idea that this Chochma connects is the root of everything. When you understand that, when you look at things with that understanding that everything has a shorish of Chochma, and it's about returning everything back. He says throwing everything back to where it came from. This gives you a little inclination of where he's heading, that he's helping us get to a more root level. And this fits once again perfect to this time we're in, because one of the ways you get to the root is to undo all the superficialities. Tisha B'Av is a day where there's no superficiality. No one's selfies. No one's trending. No one's trying to be the in. It's all about just churban and distraction, is breaking down all the externalities to what you're left with is just pure panemius. There's nothing. It's all back to the root. Everything back to its shorish. And so then it's a perfect place to begin the process of tshuva. L'chein kol echad lishmo et sichlo mesichlis chitzonis. Therefore, if everything is made with chochma and everything's root is in chochma, a person has to be very careful to protect himself from intellects that are external. Mechuna b'shem bas para, that are connected to this concept of bas para, the daughter para. She's like apparently chitzonius. Why is she chitzonius? She's the daughter of Pera, bad, evil mouth, the opposite of what we just said. She's the opposite. She's it's all external. It's all to do with chay and shtiyah, and we have to be careful of that. The main wisdom is liknos b'shleimus, to be acquired with completion. Einam rak chochmas elikus. Not only will it be chochmas elikus, shah chochmas heim rak chochmas, b'teles einu chochmas klal. Oh wow! So this concept that other kinds of chochmas are like nullified, are nothing wisdoms. They're not really any wisdom at all. Why? Because they're not. Only thing that's going to bring shleimus is chochma elikus, godly chochma. Once again, this is bringing us to the concept of the tzaddik. It's where we're going to hear the chochma elikus. We have to go to the tzaddik. He's the one who's holding in the level of chochma elikus. MASHA, Rebbe Nachman, Tzaddikim. They're the ones who have the chochma elikus, and all the other chochmas are going to be bottled to that. That's where we're trying to head. Then he goes on to say, this is deep. With Bas, he remembers al chochma she'ena chochma, and Bas is hinting to the chochma that's not chochma. I will bring my son from far. So he's making a comparison between a son and a daughter, a child, and we're talking about the daughter. Yeah, what's the daughter? Let's see what it says here. The daughter alludes to the wisdom. I bring my sons from afar, and my daughters are latter, exiles in the land whose minds are unsettled. Any shivadas, like daughters. Para connotes negation. Yeah, why? Tiparo, are you distracting as people from their tasks? That's what Paro does. There's no bigger problem in our generation than all these distractions. Yeah? Shem Shreinu. It's like a torture chamber, the distractions. And the idea that it's a modern day like Holocaust, the distractions we go through all day. The news, the interphones, Shem Shreinu. And this idea that the daughter is enemy shevis is a concept that there's no yeshiva das, so you can't really focus on chochma, on true chochma. So you never get into the root, you're always stuck on the externalities. So now we understand a little bit why it was called bas para. two concepts. Bas is ein yishuv. There's no ability to focus, and paro is the concept of not able to be on your task because you're constantly distracted. They seem quite similar. I suppose it's like a intense version of both by joining them together, becoming bas paro. Chochmas chitzonis heim bechinas koneh. And then external wisdom, this is the aspect of a koneh, is a reed. Ki yesh koneh b'kedusha, yesh a reed of kedusha. Ve'im chochmas kedoshas, that's the holy reed. Koneh chochma, as it says in Pirkei, you should acquire wisdom. Zeh le'umazeh, Asa Elokim, that Hashem makes it balanced in this world is going to be the other way around. Hainu koneh shebeklipos. It's going to be the reed of the other side of the externalities. Mashikosav gar chayes koneh, heim chochmas chitzonis. So what's gar chayes koneh? What does he translate it as? So worlds. No, this is further on, isn't it? Here. But God made one to contrast the other, and as it's written, rebuke the beast of the Koneh. That's what Psalms, rebuke the beast of the Koneh. This is the other side, external wisdom. You'll see what he says underneath, because this is very deep. 13, 12, a reed of impurity. What does he say? Just as there is hallowed wisdom, there are profane or extraneous wisdoms. Rebbe Nachman Zya, the Rebbe Nachman, writes, that God decreed that the universe contained both good and evil, and therefore arranged that evil should be able to exist on every level where it possibly can. It was therefore arranged that every good concept have its counterpart in intellect from extraneous concepts. That's where we are now. Extraneous wisdoms and alien knowledges for these must lead him a direct way from Hashem. The Rebbe to explain why he calls Paro's daughter. Oh, that we did already. Wait, where is it? Sorry, turn to the next page. Evil. This is the meaning of God made one contrast to the other. Verse Rebbe Nachman often quotes to highlight the existing balance. So there's always a balance. There's the good Koneh, the Koneh b'Kedusha, Koneh Chochma, and then there's this beast of Koneh. What does this mean? This is a prayer that God destroy the evil kingdom of evil. Rashi explains that the beast is the nation of Amalek, who Rebbe Nachman equates to extraneous wisdom. So he's comparing Amalek also to external wisdoms. Yeah. So we see there's a fight of forces of good and evil. There's good wisdom, there's not good wisdom. There's Panemius Shorish wisdom, which is the root of creation, Rashis Chochma, the beginning of wisdom. And then there's Rashis Amalek, the Rashis Goyim Amalek, the beginning of all the externalities and the Chitzonius and the evil reed. So the Tzaddik is going to hopefully guide us what to do with this. Yeah? YISRAEL Am Kodesh. We'll end with this. YISRAEL, we are the nation, the holy nation. Kol echad ve'echad b'Yisrael yesh lo chelek alakam imah. And every single person in the Jewish world has what? A chelek, a godly soul within each person. She bechinas chochma. This is the aspect of chochma. Kamashikosav kulam chochma sisa. Hashem made everything with wisdom. Hashem zeh nekroim reishis. Kamashikosav kodesh Yisrael Hashem reishis. Just like Chochma is righteous, so is the Kedusha of Klal Yisrael. We're also called righteous. We're also Kodesh LaHashem. We're also connected to this Chochma. So we have within us this, as we mentioned, this first Nekudah. Hashem created everything. It all came out from the initial spark of Ratzon to do good and create the world that came together with Klal Yisrael. We're part of that initial machshava. And that goes through all of us, like the Tanya says, all the way down to the lowest generation, to the lowest levels. There's still this Nekudah, this point of chelek, of godliness within every person and everything of Klal Yisrael. So we're all connected. It doesn't matter how low a neshama could fall or how low his levushim are. It makes no nafkamina. The point is we're all connected. So that's the shorish of us. So we're in tune with that Panemius Chochma. That's who we are. And that's how we reveal it in the world. We're able to see past the external. You see right now with all the political stuff, it's so obvious. It's beyond crazy how ridiculous the whole spiel going on is. It's not like even complicated. People try to say it's so nuanced and complicated. It can actually be very clear and simple when you get to the root. When you come to the Panemius, you bring the Torah Kadosh and the Kabbalah, and you look in the Panemius of Rebbe Nachman Zya says, well, it's a Tzaddik's way of viewing things, and you see past. There's good, there's Rashis Yisrael, that we're the first, and then there's Rashis Goyim Amalek. We have to see the truth. It seems a bit too simplified, but on the Panemius level, that's the truth. And it gives us clarity sometimes to just know that Baruch Hashem, we're on the right team. we're doing the right thing, we're serving Hashem the right way, because we're connected to His Chochma and to the true Chochma within the creation. And then with that ability, like remember Hashem created the whole world of Chochma, we're connected to this Shosh. And this is very much connected to Rosh Hashanah, because Rosh Hashanah is all about Chochma. It's 2 days of 48 hours, Moyach, Memches, and it's all about the ticking of Chochma with the shofar. When you blow the shofar, it has to be done with Chochma. You have to know how to do it, to awaken the souls, to go in the light of Hashem. And that this is all to do with getting back to the shorish, the root of creation, which is the beginning of the year. And that's what Rebbe Nachman's always bringing us to, that shorish, that panimis, and that gives us ability to go ahead with clarity and to go in the ways of Hashem. It should be a beautiful Shabbos, and it's exciting where we're heading, because we're going out of this darker time to a time of a lot of light and clarity.
Amen. Thank you.
We need that right now.